You may not actually know this, but fried rice is one of the most searched for things on YouTube. And today's recipe is what, Ma?
Yum chow fried rice.
AKA special fried rice. But not the one that you get separated with like a sauce and a rice and sometimes with char siu and a fried egg on top.
But this one is the dry one.
Yeah, so the dry
version.
Essentially mixed meat. Hi, I'm Chin, this is my mum Chu, and if you want to learn how to cook Chinese food at home, you need to be following. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell and comment, because that helps us decide which direction and recipes we do in the future. Right, because we're in the kitchen today, I am using gloves for this, even though this is for self-use. And if we're cooking for ourselves, we're not going to be putting these on. And quite frankly, I think it's weird when you see home chefs on video using gloves. It's just over the top.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's like screams, I'm a professional.
Yeah.
No,
Well, if you want to use it, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right, Mum. I should grow up a little bit more. If you want to use them, use them. Anyway, so today we've got overnight rice. We've cooked this in a rice cooker because our entire cooking personality doesn't depend on us having to do this in a pot, which, oh, you don't need a rice cooker. Yeah, you don't need to walk to the shops, but doing roly-polies isn't as helpful, is it? It's just, it's going to be quicker by walking.
Right.
Rice is quicker and easier in a rice cooker. Anyway.
Yes, definitely.
What are we going to do to this rice then, Ma?
We're going to season it.
Yeah, with pinch of
salt.
Thank you.
Hashtag MSD Massive.
Just a little bit there.
Dark soil.
Only a little bit. This is literally just for colour.
Light soil.
That's for the soy flavour.
Give it a mix.
Yeah, and the reason why we use overnight rice is quite simply because that's what fried rice was invented for. Okay, so like, you can't just use it straight from the rice cooker. Well, you can, but it has a different result. The rice is more mushy,
Yeah.
which some people like. I mean, I think in the States, that's how they use it, straight from the rice cooker.
Well, if they want to use it, whatever you want to do it, but I would prefer the overnight rice.
Yeah, it dries out the rice, which causes it to retrograde.
Yeah.
Gives it a different flavour, and also you have like a nicer, what's the word, but more of a separation of the grain than if you use it straight from a rice cooker.
If you see them all stick together, just give it a nudge and break them through.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why we season now,
So you get all the flavour.
yeah, all the way through. Someone did say, well, why are you putting the moisture back into the rice? But they didn't actually say it in those lovely terms. But in our response, because once it's been dried in the fridge overnight, the internals of the rice have started to crystallise starch, and that again changes the flavour. Adding tiny amounts to the outside isn't going to do anything, okay? Calm down. So when that's all nicely mixed, it's time to get on to the next phase. We don't normally do this. We thought we'd try different formats, so we'll go for the ingredients first before we start putting it together.
We have some, oh, what do you call it?
Chopped.
Onions.
Yeah, you got some
Couldn't get the word out.
So chopped these chuts. And
We'll get there, we'll get there.
It's just a certain way. We will be doing a technique video for how takeaways cut their onions and all their other veg, not in one video. So there'll be an onion video, carrot video, etc, etc, and that will be our Sunday videos. We've got some char siu here, which we actually cooked in the rice cooker. And if you want that video made, you need to comment below, because it's very easy and simple to do, and you can freeze it, take it out, eat it later on.
Yeah.
And
Or serve it on whatever you like.
yeah, very, very meaty, especially when you do it in the rice
Yes.
cooker. We've got frozen, yeah, go on. Go on.
Defrosted shrimp.
Yeah. Now these are actually from the supermarket because that's all you'll be able to get. But if you go to a Chinese supermarket, you can get something like this. Well, this is what we use in takeaways. Come in frozen blocks like that. They don't shrink when you cook them in the woks or anything. And you just run them underwater. Unfortunately, you have to use all the shrimp at one time, so you can't refreeze it because it's pre-cooked. But this kind of thing is what we plan to offer in the future on coolasia.com, where you can get or pre-order our frozen ready meals at the moment. The link for that will be in the bio below, description below.
Least not last, peas.
It's also not the last, we've got one more ingredient after this. So frozen peas, takeaways are usually adding frozen peas in this. We actually did a Instagram post on this where people voted. 92% I think of this one, people voted that their fried rices, like specials or chicken fried rices, do actually come with peas in. So you are in the minority if you think it doesn't come with peas in. Having said that though, if you don't want the peas, just don't add them. Yeah, it's not that difficult to just go, no.
Is any of the ingredient you don't like, just don't put it in, okay? Simple as that.
Yeah, and if there's an ingredient that you want in, And
Just
we haven't added,
in.
add it.
Yes. Yes, I forgot about the,
Yeah,
how
so-
could I forgot that nation favorite chicken?
That's your current favourite saying at the moment, isn't it? Nation's favourite. So this is 80% chicken. You can pick this up in a supermarket in the frozen section and just defrost it and use as it is. You just want to make sure on the back of the packet, that it says 90% chicken or less. Then you're basically getting Chinese takeaway style chicken. Also, what I really love is that you always had these chefs saying, Chinese takeaways use velveted meats and the things like that. There's a massive wave at the moment of all of these Chinese takeaway chefs getting on and actually cooking in their Chinese takeaway, and you can see they're using the poached chicken. And everyone's going, oh, which one's better? Well, I'll be honest, velveted chicken tastes better, but if you're trying to recreate, what is wrong? What is wrong with my language today? If you're trying to recreate a Chinese takeaway dish at home, you need to use the Chinese takeaway products, and that's poached chicken. And the recipe for the poached chicken is actually my first cookbook. Velveted is in the second cookbook, and they're both on offer at the moment with a free bag of MSG. If you want to know where to get that, comment below. This is the chicken that they're using in takeaways. You want to replicate a takeaway meal, that's what they're using.
Yeah.
Don't shoot the messenger or the people who work in takeaways like us.
We're just showing.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of way of using it, okay?
Yeah, so many trolls told me I was wrong.
Yeah.
I've grown up in them and I've worked in many, so.
Have any of
Own
the
them.
troll? Have any of them what in the takeaway?
No, of course
or
they
run
haven't.
One?
They haven't even been in a professional kitchen. They've just watched one episode of MasterChef and think they know it all. Anyway, rant
Okay,
over.
then. Yes. Let's get on with it then.
Yeah. So we forgot we need an egg. So
Beat
we're
it.
just going to crack an egg, pinch of salt, pinch of waging, aka MSG. I'll wait for Mum to get back. Oh, I don't need to. I'll just whisk it.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to whisk it.
Just mix it until it's really well mixed. Whisk.
Yeah, whisked.
Whisk.
Whisked.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and we forgot to mention vegetable oil. I'm going to put some veg oil into a wok. I'm going to let this get really hot. Also, one of the major ways to recreate that Chow wok flavour at home is by making sure you do your eggs separately, because this will create those lovely, deep, rich flavours when you place it directly into the oil and stir and allow it to brown, because then it almost gives it like a rich, chestnutty flavour through.
Or you can at home, you can try it. Try putting the egg where there's no oil in the wok, see what it's like, and try putting another one where drop it right onto the oil.
Yeah, it's almost
All right.
fishy if you
Yeah.
drop it out of the oil.
I didn't say it very well though.
No,
I hope
we
you
all,
understand it.
we all understood, didn't we?
Yeah. It's in English, okay, as well.
Please comment that you understood below. Anyway, so directly
Yes.
into the oil and stir at the same time, and then you get ribbons.
Yeah, look at that, beautiful.
And we want to brown this off. And when you smell the browning, it will smell like you're walking by a takeaway, and you'll be like, right, I
Oh
can
yeah, that's that smell, you know?
see. Yeah. All right. So that's nice and browned.
Yeah.
You can have it as brown as you want or as light as you want. It's up to you. That's what cooking is about. And then we're just going to dish this out for use later on. For use later on, I should say. Using the same wok.
Oil again?
Yeah. We're using veg oil. You can use any neutral flavour oil you want. You just don't cook with sesame oil. That's for garnish later on if you're going to add it. Most takeaways don't actually add it. Doesn't mean your takeaway isn't doing it. It's just highly unlikely. And a massive common misconception, because you see loads of these internet chefs saying that's what they do and we don't. First off, because everything is cooked, we're going to throw in the...
Onion.
Let them brown off a little bit. So we're going to cook them for literally 10 seconds. I'm going to throw in our chicken.
Yeah. Chicken and goat chicken. And the
Tasil.
Tasil.
Salt.
MSG.
A bit more.
Hashtag MSG massive.
When your chicken and tasil starts to get a bit of colour on there, we're going to throw in a peas. We're just going to cook the peas through. Shouldn't take more than 20-30 seconds. I'm going to hit it with the rice.
Rice, yeah.
And then what you want to do is you tamp it down with the back of your ladle. What this does is it helps push the rice down onto the heat, creating extra wok flavour.
What is it now? They call it, what is it? Unami
Maillard
flavor?
reaction. Got it right that time.
Yeah?
No, yeah, unami. We just called it MSG.
Yeah.
And you want to keep doing this until the rice softens up. And you'll know when it's ready because it will move like molasses, sugar.
Sugar, yeah, that's right.
Or wet
Yes.
sand.
Yes.
So when it's near ready, on a placing some of the shrimp, aka prawns, whatever you want to call them. It's just in takeaways we call the small ones shrimp and the big ones king prawns.
Yes, that's
we
right.
know that they'll, particularly these ones, are all prawns. It's just how we differentiate.
And then the egg.
Thank you.
Wow, look at that.
Pinch more MSG.
MSG.
Yeah, I started there.
What happened to us today?
And a pinch more salt.
Thank you.
Remember, chefs, we season little and often, not all at once, because you can add, you can't take away.
What, a few more? Yep.
Yeah, this is very nearly done. You can see how that rice is just moving slowly.
Slowly. Move closer.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to say. But if you can see here, that there is lovely and sort of like caramelizing. That's where you get that takeaway. Yeah. MSG is a massive key to getting that flavour as well. And that is done.
Yeah.
So all we're going to do is dish this up onto a plate. Probably too much I've made.
It's okay. We can take away.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, we can. It's a takeaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one. I like that one. Nice little pun there. Was that deliberate? That long silence means no. Here we have it. The yam chow special, whatever you want to call it, fried rice.
Yam chow fried rice. Here we come. Cheers.
Cheers. I hate the hint of prawn that's going through that. Well, shrimp, because I like the flavour of prawn. But shrimp like that is too shrimpy for me. Having said that though, the rice itself is well seasoned. The tassel is delicious. Well done, Mum. Mum actually did that in the rice cooker. Again,
If you'd like to see how it's been done, comments below. If you don't, I won't do it.
yeah, so there you go. So you need to comment if you want to see that.
The pork is lovely. Everything is nice.
Yeah, you can taste the egg like it hasn't been lost, because that can get lost when people don't know what they're doing when they're cooking the egg. In something like a stir fry, a chow fan, a fried rice, you can sort of lose the egg completely because you've not cooked it long enough. Now, of course, you can add any flavourings you want into this. Put oyster sauce into that if you want.
Yeah.
Chili, garlic, ginger, you know, whatever flavours you can imagine, you can whack into a fried rice and chances are it's going to be delicious. It's just all we're doing is replicating what a Chinese takeaway probably is doing, like most of them.
Yeah.
Not that they all are, just most. You okay there?
I'm trying to speak.
Okay.
That barbecue, that char siu is really nice. I may not have said it right. It all depends on your accent, okay? It can be char siu, it can be char siu. Char siu.
I don't
Char
wanna-
siu, char 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 siu.
I say tassel.
Yeah.
And someone the other day said, "You're saying it wrong." I'm like, no, I'm not. It's just, I've got probably
A different accent,
A
isn't
self-
it? Yeah.
a Southeast Asian accent rather than a mainland accent.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah. It's like the people in London speak slightly different accent, isn't it?
You can-
And Scotland,
Yeah.
and then Ireland, and Liverpool,
like
Yorkshire. They all sound different.
just an accent.
So it's just accent. Accent is nice. Keep it. I had an accent as well.
Right.
It's not an education program,
No,
right?
it's not.
It's a cooking program.
Yeah, and also, we can't have the extractor on. So it's about 1,000,000 degrees in here right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say bye. Mum, you can finish.
Happy cooking, happy eating. See
Oh.
you next time.
Oh, yeah, and also other things I've forgotten. Doesn't matter, it's too hot. Bye.